Welcome to Data Engineers Academy.
Now, this project automates the Chrome retail data like sales, inventory, products, customers, stores from Azure Blob Storage. These from Azure Blob Storage into this Snowpipe. We will use Snowflake under this Snowpipe exist. So this Azure data will get loaded into this Snowflake. And next the data flows through three layers. Here the source data will get landed in this stage layer, and all the data will be modified and transformations done in this integration layer, clean layer. And we will create business intelligence views for storing the aggregated results, or for storing the month to month sales or average revenue for month, and total orders, maximum orders, everything will be get stored under these views. And we will use some Streamlit apps or any other BI tools to display these results in the dashboard. So now let us move on to the dashboard creation. So here it is, the dashboard. We will you know already, like we will build the dashboards using Python language, right? So here we will use Streamlit. The Streamlit app is inbuilt in the Snowflake. It runs directly inside the Snowflake, querying the views that are existed in the PRS layer previously I have shown, right? So it also shows like KPIs, sales, and stores charts, and inventory disk table, and live filters, all built in with Python, Streamlit, and Snowpark. So this is the Microsoft Azure cloud homepage. Now we want to create a storage account here. So for this, you should go to this navigation bar, and you can see all home, dashboard, services, resource groups, app services. Under all these of this, you need to select one, that is storage accounts. So I have selected this. You will get a page like storage center, blob storage. Now it is loading, right? So under resources, you need to create a new storage account. So I'm creating it. So the resource group already have existed because I have created two or three storage accounts already. So my that existing resource group has navigated to here. But if you create at the first time, you can use any other resource name. You can give it here. Next, I'm giving an account name. Your wish, you can give any name. Next, here choose the preferred storage. You can choose anything. I'm choosing. You should choose Azure Blob Storage or Azure Files. I'm choosing Azure Blob Storage, and you should select locally redundant storage (LRS). So that's it. Click on next. Next, you should enable the hierarchy namespace. This hierarchy namespace is checked only if you have selected the storage type Azure Blob Storage. Next, go on. Don't disturb anything and click on next. So these also don't disturb anything. Click on next. So these also default, don't disturb anything. Click on next. So this one also click on next, don't disturb. Here you should give all service types. Okay, blob files, tables, and views, all service types you should give, and then click on next. You can give any one name like project or environment, and values you can give anything, some snow or test, anything values you can give, and just click on next. So validation in progress. So you can see validation has completed. Now you can create here. So it is showing like initializing deployment. So deployment in progress. So it takes some time. So let us wait. You can see clearly your deployment is complete. So if I click on go to resource, we will navigate to our storage account. Okay, here you can create any files, or you can upload any other files to the storage account. Just upload the required files to here. That's it. For any cloud, we will upload files, right? So it is Azure, right? So Azure, under Azure, we will upload all other files into blob storage.
So for that we need here a storage account and a storage account. So different containers are there. Under those containers you will upload all the related files here. Coming to AWS, buckets, under buckets you will upload, and GCP you will upload GCS under Google Cloud Storage. So it is navigating. Now here we have successfully created storage account, right? Now under this we need to upload files. So under storage account, under blob storage, we will create some containers. Under those containers, we will upload some source files that are existed in our laptop or downloaded from where else. Now under storage browser, navigate to the storage browser, blob containers, and this is the default container logs that was given by them. You have no right to access this container, so you must create another container. So I'm clicking on add container. Here you can give any name. I'm giving like this snow pipe store. I have given that. So I'm clicking on create. So it is creating the storage container and it's successfully created, and it was reflected here. You can see clearly. Now click on this. Now here we can upload all our required files. So let me upload all the required files. So upload all source files using this upload button. So it will pop up like this, and click on browse for files. So if you do like this, we will upload all the related source files into this blob container of Azure blob storage. But I want to upload the folders. One for suppose I want to upload the customer folder. Under the customer folder, all the customer files should be stored, and I want to create another employee folder, and all employee files should be stored under that folder. So for that, not just uploading the files using browse for files, I want to create first and folder name under this blob container. So for this, you should click on add directory and give the name, folder name. I'm giving like customer. So click on save. So the customer folder was successfully added. Now under this customer folder, you can upload all your required files. So I'm clicking this customer folder and now click on upload, and all the customer files are browsed here. Browse for files, click, and now we'll upload customer related files. So this is the customer folder. Open now. So open these two files. So I'm clicking upload. So these two files are uploading. So you can see these two files are successfully uploaded under this customer folder. So if you open this customer folder, you can see these two files under that. Next, similarly create another folder named employee, and also upload all related files, employee related files under this employee folder. So this is the employee folder, and we will upload these two files. Click on upload. You can see a pop-up like successfully uploaded. So similarly, we will upload the sales related data under sales folder, and also inventory related files under inventory folder, and also product related data under product folder. So let me do that. So you can see the next inventory related data, product related data, sales and store related data under these four folders. So if I click on inventory, you can see inventory related files are under this. Next, similarly under product, sales, store folders, product related data, sales related data, and store related data will be stored. Next, we will move on to Snowflake for building integration between these Azure and Snowflake. First, let me create the warehouse. So I am running this command, create warehouse. So you can see warehouse successfully created. This is my role, account admin, and my warehouse. Next, I'm going to create the database named Croma. So you can see my database Croma created successfully. Next, under those, I'm going to create the state schema and also integration schema and also some consumption PRS schema. Now I'm going to execute these three statements. So state schema successfully created. Next, create integration schema. Next is PRS schema. So okay, these three schemas are successfully created. Now, you know that by default, we have for this database, by default, there is a public schema, right? So, under the public schema, I want to create a file format. These are the schemas that we created for staging purpose, integration, and consumption purpose. But by default, public schema is already existed by the Snowflake, right? So, under that, I'm creating a file format under that public schema. So, if I run this statement, you can see file format was successfully created. Next, we want to build integration between Snowflake and Azure, right? So for that, we will create a storage integration. So create or replace storage integration name. Type external statements. So this is the external cloud. From external Azure cloud, we are getting data. So this is external stage. So storage provider is Azure. Azure is providing the data. So enable true means so all the data will be getted. Next, Azure tenant ID means this is the ID that use it to uniquely identify the storage account that is existed in the Microsoft Azure. For getting this, you should move to Microsoft Azure ID. Here you can see Microsoft Entra ID. So under this Microsoft Entra ID, you can see the tenant ID. So copy this tenant ID and paste it here. So this Azure tenant ID will reflect the Microsoft Azure data related IDs all will be stored here, and that means it will. This is the unique ID that you use it to identify the storage accounts or something else. If you give under this ID only, right, under this user only storage account I have created, right. So using this unique ID, it will retrieve all the storage accounts and the block containers that existed in this ID. So for this, I'm giving the Azure tenant ID. My ID I have copied here. Now next move on to storage allowed locations. So under this, we want to give your container path. So let me go to my storage account. This is my storage account. So let me refresh. There is a network error. So it is refreshed. Now go to your container. So under these containers, this is my container. I'm selecting this, and under this there is a three dots, right? So click on it and go to container properties and copy this URL. Copy it. Now paste it under the storage arrow locations. So we want to give access to this Snowflake from Azure. Like only these locations are you are allowed to access from the Azure. We are telling to Snowflake. So I am giving that path. So copy this, replace with this path by the copied path. Here remove HTTPS and keep Azure. Okay. So I have done my path. So okay. Next, let me create the storage integration. So run this command. So I have got an error. So what is it? SQL compilation and missing options type. So here we have kept semicolon, right? So we should remove this. And now let me run. So integration successfully created. Good. Now let me describe the integration. So you can see after describing the integration, you can see all storage allowed locations blocked and Azure tenant ID, consent URL, multi-app name. So first you should do the thing what is click on this consent URL. So it will display like signing to your account. So I'm signing into my account. So it will request the permissions. So I accept it. So after accepting the permissions, you will see a web page like this. So if you see this web page, all good. Next, let me move on to my code. After doing accepting all permissions by clicking on Azure consent URL, now we move on to the Azure multi-tenant app name. Click on this and copy this app name and go to Azure. So under our account, click on Access Control IAM. Under our storage account, I'm clicking on Access Control IAM. So here you can add the role assignment. Add role assignment. So you can see the role assignment was adding the role assignment page was open. Now here first you should search the role that you want to assign access to the Snowflake. The role is storage data data block contributor. Storage data block contributor. I'm searching it. Okay, I have got this and double click on this. You can see here next. Click on next, and it will ask to which members you have to give access. Select these select members, and in the Snowflake we have copied an ID, right? App ID, right? Give this app ID here. So remove all these numbers and click on enter. So you can see the app. So select it and the app will display here. After displaying it here, then click on review and assign. Again click on review and assign. You will see a pop-up like adding role assignment. So you have get a message, right? Added role assignment. So after you get this message, the role assignment was successfully added. It means that. So we have added the role also. Now next we will create the notification integration. So now, first we need to create a storage queue services. Further, first you need to check whether the resource name or event grid is registered or not. So that resource is mainly required for creating a storage queue service. So first you go to Azure subscription, and under resources, just go to resource providers, and then here give the event. So this is the Microsoft Event Grid. So this resource must be registered. If it is under registered, then only you are able to create the storage queues under this Azure cloud. If it is not registered, if it came like not registered, you should register first and then go to for creation of storage queue. So I have already registered. So now I am going to my storage account. Now for creating the notification integration, first let us create event subscription for giving access to the queues that are existed in this Snowflake. We should create a storage queue, and this storage queue is placed under that notification integration in the Snowflake, and we will give access to all the queues. Here we create queue for what purpose? To get all the folders that we have uploaded arranged in the form of queue, so that one by one automatically uploads if we create Snowpipe. So now I am moving to my storage account. So this is my storage account. So under this we have events. Click on that events, and to generate a event subscription there, right? So click on that. You will display like create event subscription. Give name your wish. I have given name, and event schema should be event grid schema, and also event type should be block uh, block created only. Event type should be block created, and now endpoint type should be storage queue. Now configure an endpoint. So on this you can select an existing queue or you can create a new queue. First out of the first we need to select our storage account. So this is my storage account. So I have these two existing accounts that are the new existing queues that are there with me. So but I want to create a new queue. So I'm clicking on new queue and create a new queue. So I'm creating it. So storage queue successfully created. Now attach this queue to the event subscription. So if we create this event subscription, it is deploying, right? Event subscription goal is deploying. Once it deploys, you will get like a deployment has succeeded, and you will encounter this like this page. Now, now go to overview and scroll down and go to queue service and copy this path, storage queue path. So I'm opening my Snowflake code. So, so under this Azure queue primary URI, I am pasting my ID, storage queue primary URI, that what I have copied, I'm pasting here it, that one. So I have pasted it. So similar, we are creating a notification integration. So notification provider is which one? Azure storage queue. You are creating a queues, and under those queues, the files are stored in the queue format. So we want to access that one through Snowflake, right? So under in Azure, at which place it was there, I am giving that primary URI where it's stored, under which location, and same Azure tenant ID is same as before what we have given to identify the storage account. Now let me run this notification integration. You can see notification integration was successfully created. Now describe the notification integration so that you will see all the columns, like what are the allowed locations, what is a multi-tap and ID. So you have Azure consent URL, right? Click on this. So it will ask some permissions. Click on it. So as previously I have run, so directly it redirected, but in between that you will get like a permissions or requested from Azure, which you accept or not. Pop-up message will come. Click on accept message. Then this page will you see and you can encounter this. And next, now use this multi-tab app name for giving access to the Snowflake through Azure. For which access? Storage queue accessing purposes you are giving access. And before we have given access, role access for what? Storage data. I mean, blob storage data access purpose, we have given that. Now for storage queue access purpose, we are giving a role accesses. Now go to Azure, and here go to access control IAM and add role assignment. So here search storage queue, storage queue data contributed. So select on next and select the members that are you want to give access to these queues. So I want to give access to only Snowflake. So I'm giving the Snowflake generated service account ID here. So I'm giving access. So the app is displayed here. So click on that and then click on select and then review and assign. Again click on review and assign. So it is adding role assignment. So role assignment was added successfully. Okay, we have given access to the Snowflake for accessing the storage accounts. Now next create stage. So if we create the stage, you can see here what are the results. Now you can see clearly the stage was successfully created. So under stage schema, I have created my stage and it was successfully created. So file format, I have run in public schema, right? So from that database.public schema, I have taken this file format, and storage integration is what we have before given. The integration name is, it is right, Azure underscore blob underscore int. So using this integration, we integrated to Azure by giving the role storage data contributor role, and this is the path where in this container we have files. So for storing all this, I have created internal stage in Snowflake, and it was successfully created. Now I'm going to list what are the files there in the this stage. So let me list. So you can see clearly all the files, all customer files, employee files, product files, sales files, and store files. Now we want to retrieve only the customer related files, means you can give that folder name slash customer, and you can run the command. So it is running. So you can see only customer related files where we have got. Yes, right. So under that customer folder, we have these files. So those files only we got. Next, we are going to create one table. So in that state schema only, I am going to create one table. So use this state schema and we will create one table. So I am creating one table. So under this state schema, I'm creating stage underscore product. So all the data will load into this table. So it was created successfully and create for every files that we have uploaded, customer files, product files, inventory files, sales files, store files. For all those, every file folder, we will create one table and dump each file folder data into their corresponding tables. So I am creating tables in this stage schema, in this internal stage. So all the tables will get loaded from their corresponding file folders under this internal stage in the Snowflake. So next, create customer table. So customer related files will get dumped into this customer table under this internal stage of the Snowflake. Next, create stored table, and then next create stage underscore sales table. Next, inventory table, and next. So I have created all the tables, right? Now I am going to copy the data into the respective tables from every folder. First, from this stage, from the stage underscore schema, I have created Azure stage, right? Under that Azure stage, I have product folder, customer folder, sales folder, stores folder, inventory folder, employee folder. So first, I want to take the path, the product folder from this Azure stage, take the product folder and copy into this table. So from that for product folder path it will take and the files existed in this product folder will copy into this stay and the p underscore product table. So file format. So what the file format we have created in public schema, same that file format. So run this command. So it will copy into that table. We have got error, syntax error at 140. Let me see. Let me remove this. So these is equals to sign there, right? So that was the error I'm getting. So I have removed it and I am running. So you can see um a pipeline created, right? So we have created a pipeline for dumping these product related files into this product table automatically. Once the pipe runs, then the data will automatically get loaded into this product table. Which integration it will use? So the integration was what we have created. That name we will give here. So here the integration notification integration is given here. So because the files are loaded into queue one by one files, so five files will load into that queue. Here first product file will load it. Next pipeline created for customer and next is snow pipe created for sales. So for every pipe, the data will store into that storage queue. So one by one all data stores and it will automatically loads from that storage queue. So to accessing the storage queue, we will give notification integration, right? So I have mentioned that integration name. So pipe was successfully created. Now I'm checking the status of the pipe. So pipe execution state is running, no pending files. So okay, it looks good. Now, okay, we have created pipe, right? So it automatically copies. So no need to run again this copy command, I think. Already we have created pipe, so it automatically copies. No need to run this copy command. We have think I have understood what I said. Okay, next move on to next pipe creation. As of now, how we create product table pipe creation for loading automatically product data into the product corresponding table in the stage internal stage of the Snowflake. So similarly, create the pipe snow pipe for the employee related data. So I'm creating the pipe. So pipe was successfully created. Similarly, create for customer related one. So it's successfully created. Store. For stored data, also create a snow pipe successfully created. And for sales data, also create a snow pipe. So it was successfully created. And for employee data, at last create a snow pipe successfully created, and create a snow pipe for inventory table also. So successfully created. So we have successfully got all the CSV files of different customers, different employees, sales, inventory, products, everything will be loaded through the snow pipe into the corresponding tables in the stages. So pipeline automatically loads once the file loaded into the Azure. First, you should create the pipe. When it is pipe is running, then load the data into the Azure, and it will automatically insert. So no need to run copy into again. Once you create pipe, it automatically loads. So next, we will move on to the next layer, integration layer. Here, all modification and transformations done here. So let me switch the schema to integration schema. So integration schema was switched successfully. Now create a table for dimensions table for product table. So I'm running it. So product dimension table will be created. So dimension underscore product created. Similarly, create employee dimension table, sales dimensions table, all one by one. I'm creating. Next, customer dimension table. Next, store dimension table. Next, fact table. From of now, we have created store dimension table, customer dimension table, employee dimension table, and product dimension table. So these are the dimension table. Now we are creating fact table, sales. So from these sales, we will check what are the products and which product the customer has done, and what are the employees that are working for selling, making sales on this data. So all this comes from sales data, right? So the product, customer, employee will become as dimension tables. So these are the descriptions that come from this sales. So fact table will store measures like what quantity, what sales, what amount of sales it stores. From this amount of sales, we will describe the products, customers, employee. So that will become the dimensions table. So what of now we created. So so that's why fact table will become as sales table. And also this inventory table will also act as a fact table. We will create like a fact table because all inventory keys, IDs, and their snapshots and what products related to that inventory key all will be stored, right? So this is also a fact table. Let me run. So fact inventory table was created. So next, so now I am created all fact tables and dimension tables, right? Now I am merging uh, all the tables into target table, merging the source data into the target table using merge command, merge into target table name using this stage table product table, and on what condition this target table product ID should match with the source table product ID. First, I want to merge the all product files into the target table of product table. So I am using the source data that has staged in the stage layer. So from I am using that object on this target table product ID should match with the source table product ID, and this is the column matching column. If there is any data exists in the target table, if matches with the source table, we will update. Initially, no data exists, right? So we will go on to the when not matched, and this condition becomes true, and then we will insert all the values to it. Anamata. So now let me run this merge command. So I am running it. So you can see the number of rows inserted at 0 and the number of rows updated at 0. Yeah, have get like this. Why? Because first we have uploaded all the files into the Azure platform, and then we have created the snow pipe. So it has failed to load the data. The data should be loaded after the pipeline created only. Once the pipeline has switched to running state, then only we should load the data. Only that data it can able to capture and merge into the target table. Uh, Before the Snowflake was not running, what the data existed in the stages, it will not able to retrieve that data. So after it goes to running state, what data existed, it can retrieve only that data. So let me again re-upload all these files. So this is my storage account, right? This is my storage account, and I will go to my container. It is loading. So under drop containers, my container will appear. So I'm going to this container. Now, this data was there before Snowpipe creation, so it is not able to capturing this because after the pipeline created, we didn't upload any data. So it was showing like no data existed, only zero rows existed. It is unable to capture the historical data that has existed. So we need to again re-upload the data. So it's the future of the Snowpipe. We can't do anything. So we need to delete this and we need to re-upload the data. Okay. So if you want, you can just override it. If you want, you can just override it. But for this purpose, I am deleting this. Now upload again that customer, product, all those data. So and again, after uploading those all those data, it will capture the changes because Snowpipe is in running state, right? So it will capture all the changes. I hope you have understood. So you can see here I have re-uploaded all the data again, and the pipe is also under running state. Now let me apply merge statement. Let me see whether the data loads or not. Oh my god, data is not loaded again. రాలేదా? అది రాదు. ఆపేయాలి వీడియో ఆపు. వాళ్ళు మనమే. So let us see why the data is not coming. um, Pipe status is running but it is not coming, so let me refresh the pipe. So further, give this command alter pipe name and refresh. So let me run this, and you can see yes, the file once I have refreshed the pipe, the product folder files have came under file column and its status was displayed. They are sent, like they are sent to that table. So send to that storage queue which is under that pipe. So now let me run the merge statement. It will merge all the data into the integration layer of dimension table that we have created. That is the target table, right? So it will merge into the target table. So pipe refresh done. So let me run this dimension table. So merging into this dimension table, running merge statement, merging into this dimension table using that source stream object and on condition we have mentioned. So initially no match occurs, so it will insert. Let me run this. Duplicate row detected. Let me see what is this. Now I am going to create again the dimension table because before I have already run the merge statement. So it has encountered like duplicate row detected. So once the data is consumed and again we are running merge means, so it is showing like duplicate row detected. Let me rerun this creation table. So it created successfully. Now run the merge statement. So we will run the merge statement. Before running the merge statement, let me alter the pipe and let me refresh this pipe. So it's shown like sent successfully. Now run this merge statement. I'm running this. So you can see clearly the number of rows inserted are 24,000. Next, run the next merge statement. For the product dimension table, the data is consumed into that dimension table, which is the target table. Now, employee related data must also be get consumed into this employee relation dimension table, right? So for that, merge into this target table name. Using here, we will use the initial source data of the employee that we have staged under stage schema. We have created one stage, right? And under that, we have created another table in that stage schema. So under that, we have loaded the data, right? So using that, from the data, we are using and we are consuming this data into this target table on This is a matching column, and if when matched, it will update. Otherwise, it will just insert. Initially, no match exists because target table doesn't have any data, so it will just insert. So run this statement. Now we have seen that the number of rows inserted are 24,000 and number of rows updated are 0. So successfully inserted. Next, we will run the next merge statement, that is merge into this target table name dimension underscore customer. Same using that source table. If match update, then not insert. So let me run this command. Now we can see the number of rows inserted are 2,400, same 24,000. So customer merge statement also successfully executed. If in case in the middle you can encounter like number of rows inserted 0 again, just do this. Go to that pipe and under the give alter, same alter pipe, that pipe name and refresh. Just run this command instead of this pipe name. Just give that any if you get number of rows inserted 0 for like employee related pipe, so give employee related pipe name here, alter pipe employee related pipe name refresh. So it like this. And after refreshing this also, if you encounter like any error like number of rows inserted 0, just go and check the status of the pipe. If it is running, then again run the merge statement, then you can see no problem. Okay. Now next, let me run customer dimension over. Next run the merge statement of store dimension. So this is the merge statement. Let me run this. If you yes, you can see here the number of rows inserted are 24,000. So it's working. Next, similarly, we should refresh the pipe of fact underscore sales. Customer, store, sales, inventory. So this is inventory merge statement. So fact underscore inventory pipe where it is I'm searching. So here it is. This is the inventory related pipe name. So copy this and say replace under this. Now I'm running this command. So you can see the files which are there under the inventory was running. If you want, you can check the pipe status also. So here the pipe name is what? This is the pipe name. P underscore inventory is the pipe name, right? So let me copy this and select dollar pipe status of pipe name is nothing but the query that is required to check the pipe status, right? So let me go on to the query line. Okay, where it is I'm searching. Yeah, here it is. Just replace this customer pipe with this one. So, these pipes are created under which schema? Stay schema, right? So we should mention stay schema because why we are mentioning that? Because we are under integration layer schema in schema. But do you want to see the pipe status of stay schema? So you should mention the schema, that stay schema dot that pipe name. If you here it is stay schema, you don't need to mention. You can give directly name. But here we need to mention stage stg stage schema dot that pipe name. So running this will give the pipe status of inventory related data. So you can see the execution state is running. So it is fine. Now you can check the merge statement of this inventory related data. So this is the merge statement of the inventory related data. So run this. You can see the number of rows inserted are 34,462. Yes. Okay. In the middle, I have missed this merge statement. Yes. Right. Now we want to run the merge statement of sales dimension. So for this we need to refresh the pipe of the sales related snow pipe. We should refresh. So where it is, so this is the sales related snow pipe. Let me copy this pipe name and give it here and run this command. So we can see the number of files that are listed and they are sent successfully. If you want, you can see the pipe status. So now let me run the merge statement. So this is the fact sales, right? So I'm running the merge statement. So here there is this equals to sign, right? Let me remove this. Now run the merge statement of sales related data. So you can see the number of rows inserted on 49,933. Okay, looks good. Next inventory completed, sales completed, store also I have done, and customer done, employee done, product done. So all dimensions tables are successfully transformed using the merge layer from source tables. Using merge command from the source tables we have taken and we have merged into the target table. Same when matched update otherwise insert. So here when matched will when will work it that when matched condition when we upload delta files. So when you upload delta files already under initial files some data has existed in these dimension tables. So if you upload another delta files, so that matching column will has data for initial files that we have uploaded will get dumped into that. So it captures that initial data. So if you upload delta file, that initial data when matched will match some of the rows that there in the delta data. So it updates with the new rows that matches our requirements. So if not, if any new rows encoded, it will insert. So that's the process you know already. So dimension tables are all completed. So next we'll move to the consumption layer, PRS layer. Started. Recording started. Now you can see clearly if you want to check any data before moving to consumption layer, if you want to check any other data like from source tables, you can give query like select star from that stay schema dot table name. So I have queried this. You can see the data came. So because why the data came, because we have created a pipe and we have refreshed using alter command. So after we refreshed those files are sent to queue safely. So once the snow pipe triggered, it automatically ingests the data into source tables. Using that source tables, we merged into the dimension tables. So first I have checked the source table. The data has there. Next, if you want, you can check the dimension table related data also. Same. Select star from similar command. Uh, I'm copy pasting it. Select star from here in integration layer. Integration layer. What is that? Employee dimension table is name what? Let me check that name. Employee dimension, right? So dimension underscore employee is the name of that table. So I'm select star from giving the table name. Where I have written here I have written. So integration layer dot the dimension table. Now run this command. So you can see all related data, right? All data was injected. Initially, there are no changes to capture. After delta file is there, we upload after delta file, then there's a chance of getting update conditions, right? Because some of the data get matched with the initial load, and it will execute when matched condition and update it with using set column name equals to those values what we want to set based on our requirements. So on that time, some column names will increase and number of rows also increases. So okay, now let us move to PRS consumption layer. So this is the consumption layer. Now I am running this use schema that PRS consumption next PRS schema. Now I'm going to create views in this all this PRS schema. So I'm creating this view here. View, we will create or replace view name. View name is product underscore catalog. So all the dimension tables had data successfully loaded, right? So from this dimension table, we take and we will select the required columns. And if you want, you can apply like store some pre-computations. Views are nothing but we will use for storing the pre-computations, like materialized review stores pre-computed results, and non-materialized review used for normal views, like copying a duplicate of data, and taking that original table will act a copy of data, and it preserves the data so that we will perform all operations using this view. So here we will calculating the daily sales by store product. So for that I have created this view. So we have selected this column, and from so sales means we should get the data from the fact sales. So I have written that. So they are also want to calculate sales by every store and product. So for every store and product means we need store and product tables. So we have joined those tables. And we have group by all the columns, and we have get the all sales that are injected and that are reflected for every store or product. Like this next inventory on hand by store and product or data. So we club the required tables and we will get. So all these now. Okay, now let me run this view. So we can see the view was successfully created. So for reflecting for every store and product, we are calculating daily sales, and run this view also. So it was successfully created. And this view is for inventory on hand by store and product for every store, product, and date. So we have clubbed these three: first inventory and store and product. Common columns based on columns we have clubbed, and we calculated those inventory details. So let me create this view. Next view, customer lifetime value calculating. So I have created view with the name only. What we are calculating, that name only I have given. So we want to calculate the lifetime value, right? So we need for lifetime value we need the sales what are there, right? So I have taken from that sales join. We need customer lifetime value means what is their lifetime value means how many sales or how much sales of amount they have done. We need to return. Yes, CLV means what? The amount that has been generated for that company. I mean, this much of amount that has generated from these customers had gained profit for that company. For suppose you take an X company, because of 10 customers, they have gained 50% profit. So for 10 customers, they are saved 100 products. For those customers reflecting or selling those products, they have gained profit like 50%. So that is nothing but the company profit we are calculating. Company's profit calculation is nothing but customer lifetime value. Based on which customers we are gaining profit. ఏ కస్టమర్స్ మనకి ప్రాఫిట్ గెయిన్ చేశారు, సో we take that. So from that we need to know their sales records and what are the customers. Based on the sales record and amount, we will check. Oh, these customers had 1,000 sales, and these customers have generated this many of amount. So this customer is important to me. So we will calculate. So for this, these two we required, right? So I have joined that. Now I am running this statement. So you can see this view was successfully created. Okay, now all views are successfully created, right? Now next we will move on to the KPIs, key performance indicators. So these views only store the results, but we should aggregate these results and we will give the output, right? So for this, here what is this monthly net sales? So for this, there is some of the net amount, the previous sales and current sales with the difference, and we calculate the ratio. So we will perform which functions, aggregate functions, right? So using the aggregate functions we will calculate the we will combine all results. And here we have calculated the monthly net sales. So I have run this. So here this is equals to there. Let me remove this. Now now let me run this. So you can see their month and their month net sales and their changed product. I mean, they monthly change percentage. This okay. The sales monthly change. I mean, month to month, how much percentage of sales were changed was captured under mom underscore change underscore TCT. So previously, just we have done only the CLV value and what are the sales that are reflected, and for every product and sale, what are the customers. Just basic information we have done in views. Now using that data, we need to we need to perform some aggregations, and we need to see the results. So like this per monthly, what is the sales amount? Like this, we will. So these are nothing but KPIs. Next, store performance, highest or lowest store performance. Next, we are checking. So run this command. So the store name, their city, their state, and the net sales, and the how much quantity they have sold. All these were so simple aggregation functions. These aggregation functions you know very well. So we for net sales we have performed sum. So for under sales amount, they for every month the amount is recorded. So that column we will written in this sum of function. So as we will give alias name and their quantity also we will sum from which tables we are getting. So what are the tables we are getting? That table's name from sales table. We are joining the store table based on the common column store key, and we will for every store, every state and city. For suppose here New Delhi, Delhi for every store which is under New Delhi will get the sales, right. So for this we have joined using store key, and we have clubbed sales and store dimension. So like this, what is the requirement you need? That based on that requirement, you should join the two tables and perform aggregation operations. So I think you have understood well. Next, we have just written highest store performance. Next, similarly lowest performance. So these also this rows number of rows were written. So next stores with highest inventory lying unsold. Get latest snapshot date. So latest snapshot date means earlier state, right? So for that I have used max. So with I have stored that in one CTE last underscore snap, and have used it in another query, and have called that CTE and have calculated all the quantity accounts, and only the latest snapshot highest inventory layers or they have asked, right. So for that we will just mention where condition. So where and this was stored in last underscore snap, right? So where that snapshot date should be last underscore snap of that dot, which maximum snapshot date we are calculating. So we are giving that date. So for every store we need to get. So just group by. So this is the inventory I have got, and last snapshot. So we will write two C's by separating with comma. So next sales underscore 30 days I have calculated by based on their sum amount and the snapshot date that is recorded. So everything separate city and clubbed. Now let me run this query. So you can see for every store, their name, their inventory value, sales value, and also inventory to sales ratio. So ratio means nothing but divided by, right? There is some of their one all sales, inventory sales, and the total number of sales. For total, we use count. Yes, right. So if there is no values, we will use collapse. Collapse means it will collapse the function that will return the first non-null value. So not null value, right? Next, okay. So KPIs are all completed. Views also completed. Now next, you very well know, right? You know very well like we will give access to only particular users. Views should be owned by only the owners. The owners can only access the particular view that they have created. But if you want to give the another user who want to access your view that you have created by yourself, that view should be accessed by any other user means you should give access to them. So this is nothing but role based access control. So we will give roles and mention the role, which role based on that role he can access the data. If you give admin role, whole all data he can access. If you give only storage role, only storage purpose, only storing the data purpose only, he had access. Like that, we will give role based on that role. He will get access to the operations that he want to do. So for that, we will give roles. So so I am creating these roles: Chrome admin, Chrome engine, Chroma pipe analyst, power user. Some these roles I have been creating. So let me see. So roles were successfully created. So next, we should grant permissions to these roles, right? Okay. So all admin can inherit all the roles because admin is the main role. He can add all the properties of small roles like system admin, account admin. All these properties can consumed by the admin role because admin is the chairman. Because chairman admin is the chairman of a company. Like for suppose assume like that. So we are granting role this Chroma engineer to Chroma admin. So grant and revoke very well TCL commands. So if we grant this role to that role, it is executed successfully. So I'm running all statements. So executed. So next we want to run these roles. So now you can see here I'm granting usage on which warehouse, this warehouse that I have created, WS ingest at the starting I have created, right? So I am granting usage on these warehouses. So he can operate this warehouse. So under this warehouse, what are the tables there? What are the schemas? Everything he can operate. He can compute these warehouses. So I have grant usage on this for a role. For, what is the role name that I have given? Chrome underscore pipe. So now let me execute this. So similarly, everything run all these statements. WH underscore bi. So run this. So statement was succeeded. Next, grant usage. So succeeded. Next, grant usage on the warehouses by specifying the role name. Next, okay. Now next, we grant usage on. We have used this Chroma database, and we should grant first. We have grant usages all that roles that we have created to warehouse. Right now, just grant those roles to get the usage on the databases. So grant usage on database name to which role you want to grant all the operations that they want to access. A role from which role they want to access and what are the operations that they want to use. So usage on that operation name. So database they want to access. So database I have given usage to that role I have given. So similarly, what previously I have said that only. So let me run this. So here you should keep semicolon, right? Okay, run this. Okay, next run that. So now replace one by one role here, and for every single role we will give. We just don't combine under one grant usage line command. We don't give to multiple roles. So only for every single role, grant will work. It doesn't work to multiple roles. Remember that. So it is not copied. We copy again. So next, remove this. Remove this and keep this. So replace with this and replace with this Chrome admin. So that's it. So remove all this stuff. So now run these commands, it will work perfectly. No, again we got error. So let me check why. So here the semicolon is missed. So next let me run these grant statements. So you can see the statement executed successfully. So run all these grant statements. This it is executed successfully. Next run this. So here there is no semicolon, so that's why it has got error. So keep semicolon. For running statement by statement, for every statement should end with semicolon, right? So that was the error. So run this statement executed. So it has shown all the objects that has affected. Next similarly run this. Under the schema, what are the objects that has affected? It has shown. Next run similarly give access to tables. So for load writes and for pipeline creation roles, we give access. So an expected comma. So here to multiple rows we can't give grant command, right? So that way it has encountered error. So remove this comma and enter and copy this and paste here. So remove this row and attach that row. So similarly, uh, copy that and paste here. So paste here. So replace this role with that role. So now run the commands. It will successfully execute. So now I am running this. So four queries at a time I am running. So it is showing and statements are executed successfully. Next, run this commands, grant command similarly. So statement executed successfully. Now run these statements. External stages and pipes also we should give access for those. Run this. So run this. So here also same issue. Okay, multiple roles you are giving grant command, but for single role, right? So copy this and paste it here. So remove this role. So remove this one also. So similarly, all these we need to change. So change all this and we will run it. So I have changed all. Now let me run this. So I am running this, and you can see the statement has successfully executed. Um, yes, 12 by 12 has statements executed, and it gave like statement executed successfully. Next, run this grand command also. Run all these grand commands. 5 out of 6 and 6 out of 6 execution completed, and statements was executed successfully. Now, now run these grand statements also. So the statement was successfully executed. So using role-based access control, we have given access to whoever the users that they want to access the views or operations or databases or any schemas or any stages, like using that. Now the access completed. Using grant command, we have given access. So after running all these grand commands, after these grand commands, we have these views, right? So run all these views. So up to here, run all these views. If you run, you can see views are successfully created. Next, after this, again run all these grand commands from starting to ending. Run all these grand commands. Next, we will move on to dashboard. All the segregated results like month-to-month sales and inventory sales ratio and total orders, maximum orders, customer lifetime value, all will be displayed using the dashboard. We have created all views and everything, right? So for showing this dashboard, you should give all these permissions. So first we will use our role as account admin, and if we create the stage if not exists. Like that doesn't mean if it is there, no need. If not exists, we create this. That's the meaning of the statement. So we will create Streamlit underscore stage. So under PRS schema. So directly enable true means automatically the app.py get stored under this Streamlit underscore stage. Now, so if it normally gets stored under this means the Snowflake will treat it as a document, but it doesn't treat it as a dashboard, and it doesn't display the details in the UI mode. So for this we will now give another command, create Streamlit Croma dashboard, root location equals to, in which location, in which path, in which mode we should display the data, we are specifying to the Snowflake. So root location equals to @Croma, same on the schema. So at the rate, so we will create Streamlit dashboard create, and next for which one we should create dashboard for this root location. Under this root location, which one will exist? Main file app.py will exist. So for this we are creating a dashboard, and you can for displaying the dashboard, computing power is needed, right? So for that computing power, we will mention uh, one warehouse. So one warehouse is needed for computing this operation. So what is that warehouse? We will mention here. So by running this, it will give permissions for the dashboard to open. So after running this only, go to the Streamlit code and run that. This code for building the dashboard, and if you click deploy here, you can see the dashboard here. So this is the dashboard, Croma Retail Analytics, and total sales, units sold, orders, and unique customers. So under store, you have selected all types of stores and all types of categories, and this is the graph and top products and top performance, inventory risk, inventory to sales ratio, everything. So if you select one type of product, so let me see how it changes. So it has changed, right? Units sold changed and orders changed. Unique customers also 4 came. Graph also varied, and you can see top products and store performance also varied. And if you can select only laptops, so that related data will be come. If there is data, it will fetch. So if there is no sales data or there is no product data, it will display like this. So if I select all types of store under that store, there is no data, so it display like this. If I select all types of stores, yes, of category laptops and all types of stores, it has displayed the unique customers and sales like this. You can check every type of the store with every type of the category, and you can check all records had been aggregated successfully or not. Has it varying this getting correct or not? Okay, thank you for watching this video.